Welcome to another episode of the Sports U Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Gifton, we got our drinks in our hand, and welcome back, Steven.
Yes, sir.
Once again, 3 times the charm. Let's give him a round of applause.
He officially signed the contract.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
A lot more commitment coming up.
We signed him to the most fucked up deal that nobody could ever imagine.
We gonna work him like a horse and pay him like one too. Nada.
We're just kidding.
Welcome back to the. Oh yeah, hit this time.
And welcome to the. Wait, which one is it? Which one's it? You? Which one?
This is you.
That one. And welcome to the. Damn, never mind.
You hit the wrong one.
Yo,
Steven, bro.
I'm like, he pointed at it. I see why Robbie's on the soundboard.
How you feeling today, though, Steven?
You know it's good, bro.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Episode 64?
Get straight to it, bro.
Let's get right into it, man. Let's start it off with the quick hits or the sports headlines?
Let's do the quick hits.
What do we call them first?
You want to do quick hits first?
Yeah, we can.
Well, it says all. Well, this is the episode after the Super Bowl, and I haven't brought in the intro yet. Welcome to the Sports U Podcast once again, where we read you sports news.
And you listen to our stupid ass opinions.
You.
We trying.
But, it's like has a delay.
I know,
It's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous, but we'll change it up.
We'll get there.
Sports U headlines to start off. We'll just go ahead and start the script here. The Rams win Super Bowl 23-20. What's your first takes on that there, Steven? I think you had the Bengals, right?
I did, but congratulations, y'all got it done, bro.
Yeah, you barely got out of there alive.
I
barely got out of there.
I put it on the table. I said, Gifton, you lost $150 to me. You can win it back if you would like on this next one.
And had to bring it up again.
But no, he didn't take the ban. That was wise on his part.
Bro, I'd be stupid betting against him at home.
You can't double down on Joe Shiesty. Sorry about it. But you had this. Oh, go ahead. You want to say something?
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Not double down on him. That's he just got here.
Well, he just got you right.
He just got here.
We won't say that yet, bro.
Steven, you had 24 seconds of pure just gold coming out from Aaron Rodgers in the last episode here. The Packers still possibly interested in keeping Rodgers. I think it should be the opposite way. Rodgers possibly still interested in staying in the Packers locker room, so on and so forth, in Green Bay. That's the way to say it.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, man?
I mean, thank God I'm not a Green Bay fan. That's all I got to start, bro.
I know, bro.
Thank God.
Everybody in Green Bay must be going through it, bro. I know a bunch of Swiss heads are about to be on fire, bro.
Yeah.
What if he just retires, which I honestly think is what's gonna happen.
He's been putting them in there.
I'd honestly rather him retire as a Packer fan.
That's what I'm saying.
He's been doing
I'd
a lot
rather him
of drama.
retire.
Well, here's what they've been talking about, right? It's either right now you can continue to invest into the Packers, organization and pay Devontae Adams a lot and really kind of sell out the future so that you can get the Super Bowl in the next year. Because honestly, it's either you're gonna bet all the way onto Aaron Rodgers or you can start building with Jordan Love, who didn't really look too good. Even though I'm a believer in Jordan Love, been since the beginning, but it doesn't really look like he's doing too much based off of his first start in the last year. And then also, of course, I'm sure that there would be a lot of reports coming out from practice. So ultimately, man, these Packers, if I'm trying to, what are you trying to do? If you're trying to win one, go all in with Aaron Rodgers, but we had the same thing with Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah.
This team can't get that much better. What are you laughing about? Did I say something stupid?
Because you're saying if you want to win one, but I'm like, I don't even know if they'll give that one with Aaron. He got him that one already, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Their team is so good already. How much better do you want your team to be?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do to make this team better?
That is kind of true. What more do you want from me? What more do we want from Aaron Rodgers? Another season? Another year of disappointments in the playoffs?
In one step away. I think I'd be hurt more. I'm a Dodgers fan. I felt that in the last couple of years. Yeah. But, again, LA is coming out on top. Back to the Super Bowl a little bit here. Cup earns a Super Bowl MVP. Gifton, I'll ask you this one at first. Do you think that he deserved it?
For sure. He deserved season MVP.
Okay, but he does. Okay, you're right on that one. I would agree on the second part.
Bro, because we're not gonna see that again. That type of performance out of a wide receiver Jamar Chase is on his way, but
Justin Jefferson looks good too.
Justin Jefferson too, but within the next 2-3 years, we're not gonna see a season that Cooper Kupp's had in a minute.
I mean, yeah, you're correct. Triple Crown, Offensive Player of the Year. and then you get a Super Bowl MVP.
It's been a while. It's been at least 10 years since the last one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how about you, Steven?
Who was the last one?
It was Smith, I think Calvin Johnson.
I thought was it was Steve Smith.
It might be Steve Smith.
Because I know he did it too. Steve Smith.
Look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that part. Steven, though, for you, do you have a second place, a third place when it comes to Cooper Kupp, or you believe that he got it
I think
deservedly?
Cooper Kupp deserved the Super Bowl MVP, bro, honestly. Yeah. I think he deserved it. Because considering how lifeless their offense was, how they were struggling a lot, bro.
It's true.
Until that last drive, they were like, we're giving him the ball every time, and he carried them home, bro. So
he made the craziest catches too.
Steve Smith Sr. in 2005.
That was the last time a wide receiver got it.
I thought it was Calvin Johnson. Maybe it was right before that, but yeah, that's insane. 2005, so it's been about 17 years.
Calvin Johnson had the receiving record for sure. That's what he had. The receiving.
I'm sure
record.
he led in 2 of them, but maybe not all 3. I thought he led in all 3. But these next ones are kind of more general. Do you want to get into this a little bit more, or do you want to get into quick hits?
We can go to quick hits.
Yeah, we could go to quick hits.
I feel like these ones are pretty broad here. Would love to attack those maybe in a whole episode type thing.
All right.
That's, so for future episode reference, this one is made by Steven here. NFL 2021 season thoughts as a whole. Oh, we could talk about that. I thought it was season 2022. Oh, yeah. All right, you brought it up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the NFL season 2021?
2021, I feel like it was a good season overall, bro. It kept us, like, throughout the season, there's a lot of things to keep us interested in. Overall, we didn't get the same Super Bowl. Like, we got 2 teams we didn't see face each other, 2 guys at quarterback facing each other, haven't faced each other. So, it was something new. And, I mean, seeing another team winning in their hometown, I mean, some people like that too, I'm sure.
Gifton, I like for you to hear your side as well on the 2021 thoughts of this last year when it comes to the NFL.
Man, you want me to be honest?
Yeah, of course. That's why I asked.
The run game is dead in football.
Yeah.
Running is dead.
No.
We are out of the LaDainian Tomlinsons, Reggie Bush, 2,000 yards, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Vick getting rushing yards like the running game are used as a strategy now more than like, oh, it's LT on the field. We got it. You know what I'm saying? It's used as a strategy now.
I bet you there's possibly like more teams this year that the quarterback led the team in rushing. You know, Josh Allen,
Lamar Jackson,
of course, just a couple, maybe even Tyler Heineke too.
Heineke,
but maybe
not. They have a run game.
I like.
No. But let me. So when I look at this season, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just a toss the baton, right? There's so many young quarterbacks that are coming up, that are coming in, that are taking over, and they prove themselves through all these different types of games. Yeah. The NFL is in good hands. If you if you watch this season, you've seen a whole bunch of young talent come out. Yeah. You've seen young talent carrying franchises as well, bringing them to the victory. Justin Herbert in his last game before he got kicked out by the Raiders. You also have Joe Burrow going all the way there. Jimmy might be on a new team. Aaron might be on a new team. Like, there's a lot going in, and there's a lot of people taking over.
Mac Jones.
Trey Lance might be coming in as well. Mac Jones making a Pro Bowl.
Mac Jones is
I think
crazy.
that there's a lot.
Wow,
I think
that's impressive.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's very impressive.
I think that there's a lot that can define this 2021 season, but for me, definitely think that it was the tossing of the baton. You know, Tom Brady even retires here.
Yeah,
it's to these next guys. You know what I mean? And they're really, really nice.
I never thought I'd see this day.
It's crazy.
Tom Brady retired. Crazy.
All right, though, we have the quick hits here. Goran Dragic is signing with the Brooklyn Nets. First thoughts on that gift,
Who
man?
put that in there?
I did. You don't like it?
Should have put something else. Who cares?
Who cares? That's what you have to say.
He's the next Heat.
How about you? Oh,
I low key. Okay.
You know who else he brought up in the fucking quick hits? We'll talk about it later.
I keep going, man.
I cared only because they were saying the Lakers might have signed him, and I was like, oh,
Glad
yeah.
Oh, so
yeah,
it's a little, there's talent there, right? That's what you're trying to say,
maybe.
admittingly?
Yeah, I don't think he's Yeah,
he's not culture changing.
He's not changing the life of the city, but no, yeah, I think he still has some value in him. I don't think he's probably not a starter anymore though.
Well, I kind of was able to throw in what I thought about him throughout the whole time. Team executives are bracing for the next disenchanted star to ask out. Speculation is focused on Zion Williamson in New Orleans, Damian Lillard in Portland, and Donovan Mitchell in Utah. So, real quick, who do you think is going to leave first gifting? Out of those 3 stars, Zion, Damian, and Donovan, who asks for out first?
Most likely Damian.
Damn, even with the Zion reports?
Yeah.
All right.
Damian.
How about you there, Steven?
I say Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh.
You took my answer. I think Donovan Mitchell as well, with Rudy Gobert being who Rudy Gobert and the multiple chances and being bounced in the first round.
Ass big dude.
I'm telling you, that he was going to want out. Gifton brought up this one. I'm going to let you bring it in.
Shit, I wasn't looking at it. Oh, Juwuan Howard suspended for the remainder of the season after physical altercation with the head coach of Wisconsin. Did you see the video? Did you guys see the video? Yeah, but how he smacked the shit out of him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, he didn't really
Bro, but he did do that. That's crazy.
He did do that.
Like, I'm not saying it wasn't deserved, but you can't do that.
I feel like the headline blew this out of proportion.
Did you watch the video?
The headline definitely.
Yes, I saw the video. That's why I feel like it was blown out of proportion. They said he punched or they made it seem like he did the most. And I saw the video. He grabbed homie face. I mean,
bombed him.
Yeah, bro. That's some. He looked like homie might have said something.
He should have fell, huh?
That's one of them, bro. That's one of them things your dad do to you, bro. Like, come on. He didn't really sock that man. He could have.
I feel that, and I agree. Like, I think that it wasn't that big of a deal, but something has to happen. You can't be that, especially in college. If it's in the professional leagues, I think that's great for that.
Oh, that's great promotion.
It's good promotion. Yeah. Easy.
Just give him one game,
bro. Imagine if Billy Donovan smacked the shit out of Greg Popovich, bro. That'd be
that'd be crazy, bro. It'd be turned into WWE.
That'd be wild, but that'd
maybe
be
OKC would have had some heart.
Wildin'. All right. Last quick hit here. Steph Curry drops 52 in All-Star game with 16 threes. I'll go ahead and let you, Steven, take that in first and then give me your overall take on what the All-Star weekend was for you.
Steph Curry was entertainment, bro. Straight up. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
He was like, once I saw those first couple of shots go in, I was like, oh, he might be feeling it today. And he made like once the second quarter came, bro, he had like 4 or 5 threes like in that quarter alone, bro. He just heated up. And like they were trying to have Trae Young keep up with him for a little bit, but
ain't no way.
There was no keeping up, bro. And he only shot 3. The man only shot 3.
There's fire there, bro. Every single time. Gifting, what was overall take of the whole weekend though?
I'm happy with the All-Star weekend, bro.
All-Star weekend.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Anything about dunk contest? In one word, describe it.
Disappointment. Pure disappointment.
Gifting you.
I'm gonna start with the dunk contest first. First off, I'm probably start with the rook. My rook, Jalen Green. You came out way too hot, big fella. You can't be doing all that, man. Your first dunk contest. You trying to, first he should have got on the board first, then pulled something out of his bag. Crazy.
What'd you think about the Timbs?
That's so fucking
not for Jalen Green.
I mean, did
you see him dancing?
That was just corny. That was just corny as hell. It was corny.
I thought he was gonna.
Bro,
pull
you
some
did all that
shit.
and lost.
Yeah, I thought
you pulled out the Timbs and lost.
Bro tried to pan somebody during a free throw.
Oh yeah, he pants himself. He pants himself.
Yeah,
he tried to bind him.
Bro, I'm not.
What's going on here?
I'm not.
All right. But the All-Star game for me, I really like this new format. When it comes to the dunk contest, you're gonna need the contestants. You're gonna need the contestants. You need to give the players a little bit more, whatever it is, cherry on top, so that they can want to compete in that type of thing. But I mean, think about it. Those aren't really the players that you're looking to watch dunk the ball. So overall, I kind of expected that to be.
It was drummer. We gotta get
Miles Bridges.
We gotta get. That's what blew my mind. Why not Miles Bridges? Why didn't nobody ask Miles Bridges to participate?
I guess we'll
Why
never know.
fucking
No, he does want
Anderson?
No, I'm sure that he was asked.
Wasn't he in it last year too?
Yeah, he
Miles Bridges?
No, the dude on the Warriors.
Miles Bridges has been in it beforehand.
No,
though,
I don't know who was in it last year.
Oh, maybe Miles Bridges has been in one.
It was probably.
We'll look into that on the next
but
one.
I
But
don't think it was like a year that was like crazy.
Right.
We do have to get into the next segment. We spent a lot of time on the quick hits and the headlines. We got the bracket. Get to go ahead and introduce it.
We got the bracket.
Can you really explain this one? I don't really understand it. Why it's called the bracket?
So pretty much it is just so what does a bracket have? A bracket has 4 sides to it. We're gonna pick one thing, put it in the bracket, break up the 4 sides, and then we're gonna decide who's the winner.
What are the 4 sides?
Well, you know, like a tournament bracket setup.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's winner, loser. We're gonna discuss what decision was made. Like,
so because there's 3 of us,
yeah, because it's 3 of us.
It's
meant for 4 people. It's meant for 4 people. It'll work, bro. Trust me, it'll work, bro. Anyways,
I get what you're saying.
You where I'm going with it though.
I get what you're saying.
But so if we had a 4th person, it would have worked.
Yeah,
but we didn't today.
It would have.
It would have. It would have.
Yeah.
It would have made sense. Like you would have understood it.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, we'll talk about it off here. Anyways, but in this week, because y'all finna copy my shit. In this week's bracket, we're gonna break down who won the Philadelphia versus Brooklyn Nets trade. So, Steven, we're gonna start with you first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, there's 3 of us, so whoever votes one way should work, right?
This was my idea, Robbie.
You know, it works now, not when we have 4. I think. Here, you go first.
Just go first. We'll work it out later.
All right, so who do I think won the trade?
Yeah, so pretty much for anybody who's been living under a rock, Ben Simmons was traded to the Brooklyn Nets along with Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. And in return, the Philadelphia 76ers got James Harden and Paul Millsap.
Honestly, right now, like as of today, I feel like this trade is low-key a wash, bro. I see no winner in this trade today.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't agree with that. That's crazy.
Why do you feel like it's a wash though?
Because they traded Ben Simmons because they haven't had him all year. Okay, they got James Harden. He still hasn't played for them either. And then the Nets got rid of James because they are worried about his commitment issues either. Who says that won't happen in Philly? I mean, I'll give James, I'm not going to say it's going to happen because James Harden has showed moments where he's shown, okay, he's serious about playing and winning. But again, he has also had moments that has discredited that as well.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, that
second part.
Yeah, the second part. Yeah.
He's had some behavior.
I'm just saying. So you feel like nobody's won
today? No. Maybe in a few weeks I might.
Now that's the easy way out. You got to pick.
Okay.
You literally said it's a wash.
Today, no. I don't feel like no. All right, it's a wash.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I ain't gonna. All right.
I'm gonna stand on it.
All right. Robbie,
give me another week, man. Give me till next show.
I don't need another week for anything. I'm saying maybe in another week things could work out and maybe then they'll have some newer results and we can reassess. But as of today, I don't see a winner.
You got to do it right now, and then we got to tell you, you're wrong. You're wrong. You can't tell the future, dumbass.
Nope.
But it doesn't work that way if you don't pick. So now we got to figure out who's the dumbass between us. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Go first, bro.
All right. This is the bottom line. Ben Simmons wasn't playing for the 76ers.
Nope.
So guess what? The 76ers weren't going to get any production from Ben Simmons, and because of his condition, he would still have to get paid. So, no, man. The Nets lost. The Nets definitely didn't really win it, in my opinion. And this is why. Even though they got back a shooter and 2 first-round picks.
And a good center.
Oh, my God.
Well, for what
Andre Drummond?
For the team.
You rather have
Andre Drummond or LaMarcus Aldridge. Andre Drummond or LaMarcus Aldridge. Come on.
To be real,
he's a good role for what they need.
They needed somebody to grab boards because nobody else can grab boards. But this man, even when he grabs boards, it's not nice.
It's still a double-double.
So the 76ers are already in their position. Yes, they did have to give up Seth. I don't give a fucking damn about Andre. But let me say this much.
Wow.
Yeah. I care
nobody really cares about
Seth Curry.
Yeah, I really care. I really care about Seth.
Do you not realize the two role players that they like? Those are two fire-ass role players. You're
Get in,
dismissing
stop
the shit
it with
out of
Andre Drummond. Yeah,
You're
I am
crazy.
dismissing him, bro.
You're crazy.
He got released by so many teams, bro. Nobody even really wants him like that.
Yeah, because we thought he was a star and he's not. Turns out he's a fire-ass role player.
Shit. Hold up.
That's
James Harden. James Harden will play for the 76ers. James Harden will also have a new determination, new motivation around him to prove a lot of people wrong. He did the same thing. If you're talking about patterns already, right? You're talking about patterns in the way that he wants to diss people and not really live up to his health-wise, staying in condition, so on and so forth. But what did he show? That he was able to produce once he got into a new team. So, two things. He wasn't healthy on the Nets. Still hasn't been healthy from when he messed up his hamstring. He's now on the 76ers. They'll give him his time that he needs after the All-Star break as well. And with some new motivation and in the system of Daryl Morey, we've seen what he's been doing inside of that. I just hope that it doesn't take them a couple of games to get used to each other and they gel a little bit. Because they have the potential to gel really well. But you also have the James Harden X factor, right? That you're kind of mentioning. But I'm saying I'm going to go ahead and agree with the winning pattern rather than the other pattern. And let me tell you this much. Joel Embiid can close games. This guy, hopefully he understands that he cannot close games. That's it. That's all I got to say about it. But yes, 76ers won that shit.
I think we agree, bro. I'm going to be real. Because I honestly think the 76ers won only because they got rid of Seth Curry.
They got rid? Oh, come on. You don't want to get rid of him.
They traded Seth Curry. They traded Seth Curry. You know what that means? Tyrese Maxey gets to take the training wheels off and really just go. At his last 5 games, he was averaging 15, 6, and 3.
I like that stat.
Now that he's finna be the starting point guard, I honestly think Tyrese Maxey is finna elevate and take the next step in his game right now and definitely being a cornerstone in the Philadelphia franchise.
With James Harden?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, man, because you're taking ball handling
James
away.
Harden is still going to take away some of that, too.
That's cool, but they'll stagger those minutes. They'll stagger, that's fine. As long as it's just them two. Now, if they bring in somebody else during the offseason, which is another point that I wanted to bring up, they've kind of made themselves like...
But James Harden, you just said he's a unrestricted free agent next season, so you have to wait.
He opted in, though.
Oh, he opted in?
He opted in. He opted into the $47 million.
Well, we were talking about it beforehand, so my fault, guys.
So he opted into... James Harden opted into his contract, so he'll be there for the next season. But even then, I honestly feel that like they have created an open market and a welcoming space in Philadelphia that's going to attract some free agents.
I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
In the 76ers locker room right now, because it is fire in there. But we got to get into the next one here. Yeah, it's fire in there, right?
It's fire. I thought you said there's a fire.
No, in a positive way, it's fire.
I was like, where?
Let's bring it back in here. We're still on our R2D2 shit. News or fantasy? This segment has been done beforehand, but let me just explain it to you if you weren't here for that episode. Statements that I'm going to bring up that are either fantasy, just a dream type of take, or news like it will be a headline in the future. Now, I think put these in if you want to go ahead and bring them in, or would you like for me to bring them in?
I got it. Okay. News or fantasy? LeBron saying he will do whatever it takes to play with his son on the same team will actually hurt his son's career. Go ahead, Rob.
I can't see... if he was washed, then yes, I can see it hurting his son's career. But ultimately, this is one of the greatest of all time. Now, if it was like Gary Payne and Gary Payne Jr., that's a little weird. LeBron James, greatest of all time, still in the peak of his like physicalness, it seems like. Physicality, whatever you want to call it. With his son and the way that he can teach him how to lead. Hopefully those things go 2 and 2 together. But I definitely think it's kind of like a little bit weird if you have your dad on the team and then he's always on like top of everything. And LeBron's the type of guy, it seems like just from social media, that he's like the type of guy like he's gonna fit in. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna listen to the young rappers' music.
He always has to give his.
I got the old. I got the newest fashion. Even though he does look good. No, pause. But like he's dressing like a new guy in the league, so on and so forth. So ultimately, I think LeBron's more of a dad. Like the older he gets, he's becoming more of a dad in the way that he interacts with people. He always wants to get in the interaction with, like, you know, when Anthony Davis is having his moment with the superstar, something like LeBron's got to come up or something. So that's where I kind of feel about that. But ultimately, because LeBron's so great, I don't think it's going to be a big difference where it actually hurts his career. So I'm going to call this, I guess, news. It would be fantasy if it was like, you know, leading him to like a championship or something. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah. So it's news to me.
Steven.
Oh, wait. No, fantasy.
Yeah, it's fantasy.
Because I don't think it'll hurt Bronny's career.
Yeah.
So fantasy.
Got it. Steven.
Mm-hmm. I would say fantasy too, because at this point, he's familiar with how his dad is, and I mean, obviously, being in the NBA, it's gonna change the relationship a little bit because LeBron's gonna be teaching him how to also be a professional while also still being his dad. So I mean, that's gonna change the relationship a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna change it to the point where he's not gonna be able to produce or succeed, or he's not gonna be able to figure out how to make his impact in this league. Like it just doesn't make sense, especially considering LeBron James is his father. I will give him a benefit of the doubt on that one.
Gifted. How about yourself?
I'm gonna go news, and here's the only reason why. And I'm crazy for saying this because I've said this for like the last 2 years, but dog, I refuse to believe this. Father Time stops for no man.
Oh man, come on. He's gonna be a veteran.
That and then also let's think about this too. It would have been fire if LeBron was coaching his son. Okay, cool, that's great. That would have been better in my opinion. So. But I mean,
that's been done already.
But do you want GM on your basketball team when it's supposed to be your team and you're building your legacy?
Do you want us to answer that? We want to leave it as a rhetorical question.
Leave it as a rhetorical question.
Right.
Answer it in the comments.
Answer the comment.
But I'm just saying, no, it's just like, dog, you shouldn't want to attach. I don't want my father's legacy to carry with me. I want to start my own. That's just me.
Well, since you're already going, I'll go ahead and introduce it, and then you continue to bring it in. CP3, news or fantasy? CP3 and the Suns will make it back to the finals and lose again.
News. Somebody else is gonna come out. If I think what I think is gonna happen in Philadelphia, news.
In Philadelphia, okay, so they're gonna lose it in the finals.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Steven?
For me, fantasy because, well, it's only fantasy for me because I don't have the Suns as my conference winner for the West, you know. So that's the only reason why.
Real quick insight on as to who it is.
Right now, I like the Grizzlies and the
Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors.
I like those two picks.
Damn, the Grizzlies.
CP3 and the Suns make it back to the finals. Like you said, I think they have to make it out of the Western Conference. And let me tell you something. I think they will. They're rolling. It looks like they have all the pieces. Why
First
not?
seed.
They're really good on defense as well. They have great leadership. I think the only thing that's stopping them is this Chris Paul injury. Can he get healthy? And you know how Chris Paul is. Once he gets injured one time, it continues. It's like a snowball effect. So I ultimately think
the same injury he had. This is like the same hand he injured last playoffs too.
Exactly. So for me, I definitely think that this is news, I guess you could say. And the reason why is because I do think that they're going to make it to the finals, but I can see a repeat. Honestly, why not the Bucks? I think everybody's kind of sniffing off some new material.
Everybody's brushing Giannis off.
You're telling me that these Bucks are coming back the same way, if not better, because of DiVincenzo coming back eventually.
Yeah, DiVincenzo got traded.
He did?
Yeah.
When he get traded?
He got traded for? To Portland, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Oh
DiVincenzo got traded.
That's crazy.
Dante DiVincenzo got traded.
I like
that's how they got
traded.
No, DiVincenzo got traded to the Clippers because that's how the Bucks got Serge Ibaka.
So the Bucks? No, I thought the Clippers got Serge.
No, the Clippers.
That's how the Bucks got Serge Ibaka.
So the Bucks. Okay, so he's on Sacramento Kings.
Oh,
so he was traded to the. Okay, so he's on the Kings now.
Okay.
DiVincenzo?
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
if Serge is on the Bucks, that's pretty cool.
Oh, stiff back.
I just seen that Robert Covington's on the Clippers, and I thought they had two Serge Ibakas.
I liked Rocco on the Clippers. I liked
thing.
Rocco and Norman Powell on the Clippers, and then Norman Powell hurt himself, and I was like, all right, I don't care.
But yeah, I definitely think that the Bucks can take him off again, have their number, and honestly, Who else would be coming out the East? Maybe the Heat, but
I don't think the Suns want to see the Bucks again either, bro.
Or Brooklyn.
All right, though. Let's go ahead and bring in the last one, though.
DeMar DeRozan wins MVP. I'm going to go...
You go first? All right.
I'm going to go fantasy because for some dumbass reason, they're going to find a way to brush over him. Which they did with Jokic. Like, they just hear Jokic, take it. Because nobody... You know what I'm saying?
Can I go next? All right, so DeMar DeRozan, for him to win MVP, he has to win the number 1 overall seed, which he's not in right now.
Oh, that's not always true.
No, for DeMar DeRozan, yes.
DeMar DeRozan, yeah.
For a bigger name, like a Luka, maybe they'll give it to him in the 3rd seed, so on and so forth, in that type of West.
Probably get it in the 4th, low key.
Yeah.
Hey,
Luka's probably next, bro.
But I'm just saying his name. His name. Like, they just want to give him an MVP.
You're right.
For DeMar DeRozan, they want to do anything that they can to not give him one.
Yeah,
so for me, I definitely think that this is
one,
fantasy.
probably.
So that's first off, in my opinion, which I don't think they're gonna get, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then on top of that all, he has to hit at least 2 other game winners this season just to be in consideration again.
Why do game winners matter for that?
They're more memorable. Winners? When you look back on the season, they're more memorable.
So is Jokic memorable for winning MVP?
He has a crazy stretch too. He had like 7 straight games with over 35 points. But you're not going to remember that in
15 years.
What are you talking about?
You're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember. But you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember Jokic winning MVP the same way Giannis won MVP twice.
Because Jokic forced his way in because he had historical advanced numbers, PER and shit.
Doubles, all that, bro.
The same way that Giannis is doing the same thing before that. He had the best.
You know who else averages triple doubles and going to MVP and people barely remember it?
He was averaging.
I'm just saying.
All right,
who else was doing that?
Jokic was winning.
I just want to finish my last point.
He was at that time too.
But he definitely needs to have more. You got to look back at the season and be like,
pizzazz.
This guy is MVP. So if he's number 1 seed,
I think
2 more game winners
helps DeMar DeRozan.
And then the last thing is
any regular.
For
DeMar DeRozan, the game winners will probably help him.
But it's not just like good games, good sports.
He already has 2 though. So if he gets 2 more
game winners,
and then he's putting up these same numbers, and they're a number 1 seed, then it's like we gotta give it to this guy. He won 4 games for these cats by himself, like literally single-handedly. In narrative wise. But go ahead, Steven. How about you? So fantasy for me though.
Yeah, I would say fantasy too. I think DeMar DeRozan's having a great year. I low-key wish, not even low-key. I wish the Lakers would have got DeMar DeRozan.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Got DeMar DeRozan. He's having a great year, but I don't think he's gonna win the MVP.
I feel you. And let's get into the next ones here. We have a lot to cover still, even though we have such little time, but we might just do an hour episode, and that's fine with me. So let me start off with the first one here. We're going to stick to the NBA, and then we have a couple of topics with the NFL after the show, or at the end of the show here. So we got a couple games coming up. We have the LA Clippers versus or at the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, in Crypto Arena.
They both at home.
On February 25th, 2022 at 7 p.m. My question, because of this matchup right here, and looking at the rosters that they have right now, within the next 3 years, so you have these next 3 years, right? So finishing this one and then 2 years after. What franchise would you rather be? You have, Anthony Davis, you have LeBron on one side, you have, of course, Kawhi Leonard, who's coming back from with health, and then also Paul George, who's taking basically the year off. Wait, let me finish. The playoffs still hasn't happened yet, but going forward and after these next 3 years, they can possibly all be gone from these teams. So what franchise would you rather be going forward when it comes to expiring contracts with what you have and even the front office? I'll go ahead and let Steven start because he's a guest. Well, figuratively still. Until we have another guest. And it's because you're also a Lakers fan.
Yeah. So, I mean, my answer may be a little biased too, but hey, it is what... I'd still rather be the Lakers, bro. I'm sorry, because predicting the next 3 years, as far as the last 3 years go, we've have more to show for than the damn Clippers, and they've been all hype. They've been saying, "Oh, the Clippers are doing this. They're gonna get that. They're getting this new. They're getting that new." Kawhi and PG are back. Now they're both hurt. Now they're back. Now they're both hurt again, bro. It's just up and down roller coaster shit. And then the time where they had everyone there and they were in perfect prime position to do it, they folded.
Getting to the Nuggets.
So, I'm taking Lakers. I mean, no, it's not perfect. No, front office stuff's not perfect. No, the team roster situation is not perfect right now. But at the end of the day, as much trouble we're having this season, we still have made results from the investments we made 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
So you think, of course, and that's no surprise with the Lakers. Gifton, how do you feel about in the next coming 3 years?
I would definitely want to be the Clippers, in my opinion, because I honestly feel like having Terrence Mann, Norman Powell to bank on in your futures is okay, as opposed to when LeBron leaves, that's kind of it. And then even the roster that they have, like, we're just going to believe in Austin Reeves? He's cool, but he's not 25, 8-8.
I mean, he's not the number one star on.
I feel that, but as far as having younger talent to bank on, the Clippers have younger talent to bank on, in my opinion, with Terrence Mann, Norman Powell, Zubats, Luke Kennard. Some days. Mm-hmm. Hold on, some days we still got Reggie Jackson. So I mean, if you wanted to trade him and get like whatever type of a first or a second out of him, you probably could for the right team.
You saying they got all this, and how much better is their record than the Lakers right now?
Wait, one more thing. I gotta say it. The Clippers aren't as tied up as money as the Lakers are.
All right. So that's his last point.
No.
So this is me.
PG and Kawhi are extended.
Two of them to AD, Russ, and LeBron.
Okay.
So for
LeBron,
me,
what?
He's
kind of, but
they got a lot of similarities.
But I see why you're saying that, but kind of though.
They got a lot of similarities. Their stars get hurt. But within the next 3 years, you're talking about their records and how the one's not above the other, and honestly, they're 8 and 9 right now. Lakers 8 or Lakers 9.
The Clippers are probably Lakers higher.
10, Clippers are 10, I think, or 8. They're either 8 or 10. I think they might be 8.
The Lakers are 9.
I think the
Lakers are definitely 9. I know the Lakers are 9.
The Clippers are probably.
They're 8 or 10. They're 8 or 10, but I'm saying they're neck and neck. That's without Kawhi. That's without Paul George, and they're still able to do that with their supporting cast. With LeBron James and the Lakers, and Anthony Davis,
Davis has missed
Russell,
2 months.
Oh, stop it real quick, because when they did have everybody, there's still. I'm saying they had help from at least all their stars, and they still ended up in this type of way.
I don't get why the Clippers get an injury pass though.
Now,
I'm sorry,
they both got injuries. I'm saying they even out. That's it. And if anything,
I wasn't giving no passes. That's for sure.
The Lakers have less of an advantage in that type of aspect because they're still producing like shit, even though they have their players still there, their star players
here and there.
So now these Clippers, right? You talk about that point. The second point is you mentioned the front office, and you take the Lakers front office. I'm gonna take the Clippers front office.
Oh no,
I wasn't saying I would
take ours over theirs.
Okay, yeah. I thought I heard that, but I'm definitely taking the Clippers. They're able to find value in so many different ways. They stole. He mentioned Zubac from you guys as well, and honestly, after these 3 years, it's in the next 3 years, right? You have two good wings still. When Kawhi is on the floor, I think that he can produce better than an Anthony Davis or LeBron James at this point. Just because he's a two-way player, LeBron's a one-way player. Let's just fucking face it. He doesn't play no defense. The Lakers need to start. He hasn't played defense in the last 3 ever since his last title run with the Cavs. That's when he stopped playing defense.
He was playing defense in the bubble.
He's played defense in LA. Bro.
Everyone's playing defense in the bubble, but not him. Stop it, man. Literally, he takes plays on and off, and I understand it. I get it.
To help you out,
I'm saying it works out. Ultimately,
I didn't need it. He's gonna think wherever he thinks.
But let me say this much, and the Lakers don't really have that much going on for them going forward. The Clippers a little bit less tied up, of course. Clippers also have 2 stars that will come back overall healthy next year.
Oh, also,
and they have a really good supporting cast, and they just keep adding on. You know what I mean? So ultimately. I'd rather be these Clippers. Let's make it quick, though. What are you about to say?
No, because you're saying we're tied up to money. I mean, yes, we still have Russ, but Russ his deal might be over before LeBron's.
Just to give you guys some insight on this, LeBron James, 17 missed games. Anthony Davis, 21 missed games. Another fun stat. 6 of the last 7 teams to to win the NBA title were in the top 5 in pull-up shooting efficiency, field goal percentage. The team who hasn't was the Lakers, and they won in the bubble. Another cool stat, Malik Monk, the Lakers with him on the floor score 113.9 points, about 114. With him off the floor, about 106. For me, I really believe that Malik Monk needs to be on the damn floor, and they're fucking stupid for doing that. And that's another thing that I don't really want to pick the Lakers, is because they don't have a good coach going forward. Clippers kind of in the same boat.
I think Frank will be gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's going to be the coach going forward
Kenny
this
Atkinson.
year? And them having the same type of feel. Clippers are 20th in field goal percentage and 26th and in turnovers. But let's get into the next matchup. That's going to be happening on February 26th between the Nets and the Bucks. This is my question to Gifton. Let's start with Gifton this time.
What's happening?
Even with the help of Ben Simmons, if he does play on the 26th, which is in 3 days, will the Nets be favored to win over the Bucks in the playoffs? In your opinion?
Yes, and because
that's crazy.
Here's the
I didn't
reason.
expect that.
Here's the reason. Here's the reason why.
What is it?
Drop it.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
The other one.
I said, oh, Lord
Jesus is a fire.
This one's good. Fucking delay. See, I didn't Go ahead.
They finna wake the loke up in Ben Simmons because they're gonna put him in his naturally born position at a power forward. So think about it.
He's a point guard.
Goran Dragic, Seth Curry, KD, Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond. How are you gonna stop that, bro? You got the Giannis stoppers.
Andre Drummond.
Foul Andre Drummond.
Hold on. Real quick, let me just drop this. Giannis dropped 31.9 points, 13 rebounds, and about 3.5 assists in 7 games versus the Nets in that playoff last series. So do you think Ben Simmons is going to have a way bigger effect on those numbers?
Yes. Once they finally work Ben Simmons. Oh, bigger numbers? No. No.
I'm saying he's going to stop.
You think he's going to stop Giannis?
You got it right.
Is it Giannis stopper? Yeah.
Not stop it, right?
No, is it Giannis stopper? Yeah.
Oh!
He was. I'm sorry, runner-up defensive player of the year.
Hey, guess who won it?
Top 3.
Guess who won it?
Giannis.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying though, like if he's up there for runner-up defensive player of the year, he can play good enough defense to stop Giannis.
We mentioned this before the pod as well, and this kind of helps your side, at least for right now. There might be pulling the vaccine mandate before the playoffs for New York.
Now, Steven said this. Well? Steven said this like 2-3 times already. I've seen this for 2 months now.
I have. They said this in October when the season started.
They said the state, not the city. So the city is different from the state.
Yeah,
especially when there's a lot in the city.
Yeah.
So that's where I guess it starts to happen. So it happened in the state, and now it's gonna happen in the city.
We'll see.
And then so let me go ahead and just answer, and I'll answer quickly here. So I mentioned Giannis's numbers beforehand. I definitely think the Bucks, they have the pedigree. It's Giannis's time. It's his time in this NBA. It happens like that. That's what the history shows. Unless one team just gets overpowered, kind of like how the Warriors were, the best player in the game will win the championship. And especially when he has the tools around him like that.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton. As much as you can say that he's not going to be the best in these crazy game situations, you got somebody else to fall back on. And then you still have the good culture, the people around you. Bobby Portis coming back. He was a really big player inside of those playoffs.
Yeah, Bobby Portis was actually kind of icy.
He came up big for him, bro.
We were kind of mentioning right now about Dante DiVincenzo. If he's on the... Oh, wait, no, he's not on the Bucks.
Traded.
So now he's traded, and then you bring in Serge Ibaka. If Serge Ibaka is healthy...
Grayson Allen.
Fuck that nigga.
Fuck that nigga.
But yeah, overall, that's what I ultimately think. That the Bucks continuously show it off, even though Ben Simmons is that Defensive of the Year candidate. I just don't think he's going to be enough, especially in the first year. Like I said in the last year for the Nets, it's hard to win in the first year with all your people.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steven.
Wait, repeat the...
No worries. Even with the help of Ben Simmons, will the Nets be favored to win over the Bucks in the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm not taking the Nets over the Bucks still, bro. I'm sorry. I wouldn't take them still.
I really love this move. I love the move for the Ben Simmons. I get it.
But yeah,
the future though, not this year.
I still think the Bucks have and like I feel like the trade deadline trades that the Nets made were more were more crucial parts that they were trading and getting rid of than the Bucks, because I feel like the Bucks just were switching around a few role players. The Nets kind of changed their team.
Real quick question. I think everybody's forgetting about Jrue Holiday and the way he's able to lock up somebody. Is he locking up Kyrie?
Yeah, not me.
Is he locking up Kyrie?
All right. You're saying Kyrie. That's one person we can't just.
That's
say
one person that can currently play 2 games.
I'm saying if it's like he averages 25 during the year and he goes down to 18, that's getting locked up.
I think Jrue Holiday can do that, but I don't think he'll do that to Kyrie. Okay.
Quick answer.
Nah, Kyrie got him.
Yeah,
Kyrie got him.
I don't think he'll.
Kyrie has every. Nobody's locking up Kyrie.
I think he'll make a big difference. I don't know about 25 to 8, especially in the playoffs. This guy Kyrie is nasty, especially in the playoffs.
It'll come down to whoever the third star is between the Bucks and the Nets.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that was going to come down to.
Definitely.
The Dallas Mavericks at the Golden State Warriors on February 27th at 4:30. The Mavericks defense has been leading them during this hot streak, even though they just won 7 of the last 10 games here.
And they just traded KP.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And are hitting 40% from 3
Who
in the
would have
last
thought
10
we'd be
games.
bringing up Mavericks and defense, though, bro?
That's crazy, right?
Facts.
That's key to their winning, right? It seems like it, at least. With Draymond out, who do you think pulls it out in the end, at least for just not in the playoffs, this game? Who do you got? Let's go with... Well, let me start off on this one. I think I got Luka. And the only reason why is because Draymond Green is out. One team's rolling. One team is trying to find themselves, foundation under your feet.
They're trying to find themselves?
Oh, foundation under your feet because they don't have their point guard, basically.
So no matter who.
Draymond Green is their point guard.
Okay, but no matter what's going to happen, they're going to be either the first seed, the second seed, or the third seed.
I'm not talking about playoffs. I'm talking about this matchup.
For this one game.
For this matchup.
This matchup. Yeah. Okay.
Because the Mavs are playing good defense, because of Luka and what he's been doing. In the last 10 games, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 9.8 assists.
Didn't he just have 50 the other day? Luka?
I don't think it was Luka. I think it was Jason Tatum.
No, he had like 50.
No, I feel like I
saw it. Oh, yeah, it was 50 because 50, it was 2 away from Dirk.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw it.
I definitely think that these Mavericks are hot, even though they're at the Golden State Warriors. I think they can pull it off. I want to watch this game and see what kind of defense they're actually playing. I love me some Dorian Finney-Smith. And also, without this big-ass unicorn supposedly not playing
with
defense
no footwork,
because he's not in the fucking paint no matter what you do to him, I think that these Mavericks can get it and play that hard defense on Steph Curry, because once you take Steph Curry out, it's really hard for these Warriors to seem like they can win. Steven.
Honestly, I will stick with the Warriors.
Ooh,
I will stick with the Warriors because, well, I'm hearing your stat about the Mavs defense, and like I said, when have we ever heard the Mavs? That's a good stat. So that makes me ask, when have we ever even heard the Mavericks playing defense? I'm not saying they haven't been playing defense, but since I haven't really been paying attention and seeing them like that, I want to see that game first before I give them that credit to say they'll just take Golden State like that. You feel me? So I'll stick with Warriors.
I like it.
I'm gonna stick with the Warriors too.
Ooh, 2 against 1.
Honestly. So now hear me out though. They said they wanted to get rid of KP because of the health, the injuries, and he wasn't really like who we thought it was going to work out with them. Okay, fine, I understand that. They got David Bertans, who's a certified role player who knows to just come in, pick and pop. He's going to give you at least 13.
Damn, Porzingis on the Wizards.
That is kind of a weird combination.
I thought he was on the Pistons.
No, he went to the Wizards.
The Wizards?
That's how they got David Bertans.
David Bertans. Oh, yeah.
He's on the Wizards.
Damn,
trash.
I be watching basketball. No, I was kidding.
No, I just think about it. Their colors are pretty similar, and they're both trash.
They are similar, but yeah, neither.
Come on, man.
Neither is good.
Neither is good. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Now, don't get me wrong. Though. I like what the Mavericks did. I like that they brought in Spencer Dinwiddie. I like that trade. Yeah. They brought in another guard off the bench to get crafty with him and Jalen Brunson as like a 1-2 dynamic. I like that. Like Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie. That shit is gonna be fun.
Why guards? Why do you need that many guards?
That's what I don't understand. The problem. That's exactly what I was finna bring up. They didn't get Luka a wing. Luka needs a fire ass wing.
Now they paid Dorian Finney.
He's not a wing though. He's a great Swiss Army knife.
He's okay.
He's undersized. He's a 6'6" small forward.
Watch him.
What do you want him to do against Giannis? You want Dorian fucking Finney-Smith to stop Giannis? No.
Giannis is in the East.
I'm just saying though, whenever they match up during regular season, you want him stopping. You want him stopping LeBron. You want him stopping LeBron.
Can you stop real quick because you're literally saying, "Who's gonna stop the 2-time back-to-back MVP?"
Who said that?
You said who's gonna stop Giannis?
Yeah,
that's him, right?
I didn't say that though.
Back-to-back MVP, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop him? Nobody is. That's why he's that decorated.
I mean, there are.
So you can't really compare a role player that I'm saying he's a good role player. He's a good player.
Didn't I just say that? Oh, didn't I just say that?
I mean,
but he's good though. You're asking about wings. Saying,
but.
And I wasn't even gonna pick the Mavericks, and then you just started spazzing.
I'm not gonna grade him on whether he can. I'm not gonna grade Dorian Finney-Smith on whether he can or can't stop Giannis.
Yeah. Thank you. You can't say that for.
Why did you pay him? Why did you pay him that much?
Because other niggas play besides Giannis.
Because he's a good player.
Yeah. So he deserves $50 million.
I think it's like over 3 years. Oh my!
That's not a lot.
Go. Yeah, it's not a lot at all.
Why didn't he get 30?
Oh.
You gotta pay him something.
I'm just saying though, if he's if I'm gonna give you $50 million, you could do some shit, bro.
Dorian Finney goes off.
It's 3 years. I hope he does too. But you know why? You know why? Hold on. Why? Because they keep getting the wrong fucking pieces. They need a wing. Dallas honestly needs a wing. He
still makes under $20 million a year.
Fine, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Dallas honestly needs a wing. That's the next step.
That's crazy.
That's the next piece that they honestly need is a wing player to take.
Could have kept Harrison Barnes.
Damn it,
man! Shut the fuck up, man. Even Draymond didn't want him. He took him to war. They won a championship to get bro. Draymond.
You seen how quick Harrison Barnes they got him up out of Golden State, bro.
Yeah,
but since we're digressing a little bit.
But let me. I picked the Warriors. The Warriors.
Mentioned that a couple times.
Shut up, bitch.
Nah, because I got.
You said I had carpet tunnel.
Y'all, man.
You said I had carpet tunnel.
No, I just call you a bitch.
Okay. All right.
Bitch.
Saw your glasses fogging up.
Utah Jazz at the Phoenix Suns.
You really brought up Utah. That's crazy.
Shh, bro.
This is taboo, bro.
You brought up Utah. That's 12:30. Crazy.
Who do you trust more down the stretch? The Jazz or the Suns? Just because of this matchup. Now think about it. They've both been on top of the league. Now the Jazz are kind of struggling with especially a lot of injuries and a lot of COVID type stuff during the year. And then you also have the Phoenix Suns. We just mentioned Chris Paul's injury a little bit earlier. Who do you trust more down the stretch? Get in, sweet, easy, quick, because I know who you're already picking.
Definitely Phoenix, only because I feel like with Utah losing Joe Ingles is kind of
Yeah.
Because Joe Ingles was kind of an anchor to Utah, in my opinion.
That was man of the year candidate.
Yeah, definitely. That was their go-to. Like, they still have Jordan Clarkson. They still have Bogdanovich. But, I mean, what is Bogdan really been doing the last year or so, really?
I hear what you're saying, and this is where I want to kind of rotate is Steven here. 5 of the Utah, because I was mentioning how people are missing. Of the Utah Jazz's top 9 rotation players have missed at least 12 games this season, including former All-Star Mike Conley, arguably the most crucial piece of the Utah puzzle. Who do you got, Utah or the Phoenix Suns?
Phoenix Suns, bro.
Easy, right?
Yeah. I mean, yes,
it's at Phoenix, too.
It's pretty.
Oh, that's bro.
That makes no difference to me.
Oh, excuse me. This is not about the game. This is down the stretch, in the playoffs and all.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm still picking the Suns, bro. Like, honestly, the Jazz are frauds. That's how I feel about the Jazz. I feel like they're frauds. Look. You were saying they've been at the top of the league. They were at the top for a good 3 months, maybe last year, and that's how they got the number 1 seed. But overall, if we look at these last few years, frauds. Look what they did to Denver.
Yeah, no,
choke.
I agree.
They go up on the Clippers.
I was going to say, what did they do against Denver?
Choked. Like they had ample opportunity. And bro, even when I watched them against the Grizzlies last season, the Grizzlies were not afraid of them. Like the Jazz won just because they were more experienced.
Nobody. They don't still no fear.
If they were playing the Grizzlies team we see right now last season, I feel Rudy might be getting Rudy up out of town.
They have 3 separate win streaks of 6 games or more starting the season. 7-1 and 26-9.
Who, Utah?
During the season. Yes, during the season. Me with Utah, it's the same way, right? They started this same season. I love patterns. You mentioned patterns, right? I think that it happens all the time in sports. Especially, Russell Wilson, every single year in the beginning of the season, MVP candidate. This is the guy we all love. Oh, no. And then he falls off at the end. So overall, with this type of thing, I think it's the same type of pattern, right? Utah shows up in the beginning, kind of shows off what they are, all about their defense. But then, all of a sudden, when you're in a game plan and you execute it against a Rudy Gobert, who's supposedly the defensive player of the year, gets exposed every time. Is that weird? Not every time. I think you have to learn, right?
Yep.
I got the Suns. They're gonna have home court advantage.
Unanimous decision
right here at the Phoenix Suns, February 27th in the playoffs. If they ever face each other, it's gonna be at the Suns most of the games. I got the Suns down the stretch. But let's switch it off to some football. We have 2 here. Let's get them quick. We're actually running a lot during this pod, but I love it. It's a really good one so far.
Cooking.
I'll go ahead and start it off with you here, Steven. I know that you had a couple things to say about Jarvis, but let me go ahead and start it off with. I thought he had some stuff about to say.
I know he has some shit about Baker. I didn't know about Jarvis and Baker.
Well, Cleveland.
Yeah, all right.
Jarvis Landry wants another year.
Cameras all yours, bud.
Claims he returned too early from injury.
Probably did.
So, Jarvis has been going back and forth with the organization. If you think about this last year, I literally believe everybody was hurt. Everybody was hurt, especially Baker. I'm a Baker fan. I'm not going to fall off because he has one bad year.
2.
I mean,
2.
He's only
last
had
year,
one good year.
He had 2 good years in the past. He had his first year. Okay, he brought a 0-16 Browns team to 6-10.
Ooh. Mac Jones did that. Mac Jones did that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's
not
come on! He's not better than Mac Jones. I'm sorry.
Come on! Mac Jones did the same thing.
We started out 1-4.
Gifton.
We started out 1-4 this year.
Why you always gotta cook me? He always gotta cook me. He always gotta cook me, bro.
The Patriots the year before had all these players not coming back, weren't fully squatted, and went that type of route with their record. So stop it with that. Baker turned a 0-0 squad. Everybody's
0 wins squad to 6 wins.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
what did I just say? Right? Because what did Trevor Lawrence do?
Everybody thought the Patriots were going to be shit after Tom Brady left.
Nobody thought we were going to make the playoffs this year.
You're talking,
like,
okay, you think Kevin Stefanski is better than Bill Belichick then, right?
I don't.
No.
Okay, so then don't you think that Bill Belichick had something to do with Mac Jones? Now, let's put that to the side.
Yes and no.
Oh, shut up. You can't say yes and no.
Why does he keep telling?
Bring one.
We don't believe in Baker like you do.
And that's where you guys come from. You guys are tripping because you guys are saying stuff without it being actually legitimate.
I'm tripping, but the dude who got a rookie quarterback did way better than fucking Baker Mayfield.
He beat Baker Mayfield with that rookie.
And he beat Baker
with that same rookie.
Come on, bro.
What did I say about this year?
You're talking. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
This whole year he's been injured, right?
Take your little weak ass soliloquy, bro.
All right, I'm gonna take it. He's been injured this whole entire year. I don't bail on everybody that I pick in the first half, Gifton, and then once they do bad, oh yeah, they shit. Oh yeah, they suck. Yeah, that's what you do all the time with your claims, so I don't want to hear it.
When did I do that? When did I do that this year?
Bro,
who did I do that with this year?
Bro, you want to talk about $40 bet?
Who did I do that this? He came close.
He came
close.
Fine, bro. I know this ain't the John Wall bet.
It was. Now that's what he's talking about. I didn't say it was shit, though.
Come on, bro. Chill.
I didn't say it was shit,
bro. You're not even playing him.
That's not my fault. It's not my decision.
I don't want to talk about it.
He wanted to leave. He wanted to leave.
Play, bro.
He wanted to leave.
Stop.
He wanted to be traded, but nobody wants to take that fucking contract.
What I'm trying to say is, and that's
he putting words in my mouth.
I'm literally introducing a goddamn segment. This one right here, I said Baker Mayfield is better in my opinion, and then we got on all this extra shit. What I'm trying to say is that
extra shit. That's the truth.
Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield, even both of the running backs. They had Dearness Johnson doing some shit this year. He's a third running back. I'm saying they had a ton of injuries this year, or a ton of COVID things this year. Yeah. Ultimately, Jarvis Landry wants another year in Cleveland, but this locker room is kind of split, especially with Baker and Odell and them releasing him.
Understandable.
Does this thing that he said he wants to do another year, he's talking about his injury, but he wants to come back to Cleveland, does this say more about the Browns' incompetence as an organization or the leadership of Baker Mayfield?
You're asking me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it speaks on both, truthfully, because the leadership...
Bro, I'm going to stop you right there. You need to pick one.
One?
And I think there's 3 different segments or 3 different topics.
I'm going to Baker Mayfield.
That we had you pick both sides. You're not political now.
Okay.
You need to be wrong.
Okay. I'll be wrong.
We are wrong sometimes too.
I'll be wrong. I'm going with Baker Mayfield.
I'm wrong with Baker Mayfield.
I just lost $150. You guys care about it.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going with Baker Mayfield.
Go ahead. You're going to go Baker. Okay. Now why?
I feel like because realistically, at the end of the day, yeah, he might have been hurt, but even in the games he played hurt, like, if you're hurt and you're playing this bad, then don't fucking play.
I agree.
Because some of the games he gave them were just outright unacceptable.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fuck.
There's fire coming out this guy's mouth. I agree.
He could have been had surgery.
Yep.
And maybe even
what is it? A rotator cuff?
It was like either a pec or a shoulder, shoulder related.
Okay,
but
because I seen he
could have had surgery and came back in this season probably because he got hurt in week 2 from reports. But bro, he was dicking around, so they let him come back the rest of the year. And whenever he lost, oh yeah, my shoulder. But when he was up, we didn't hear about that. It was Odell.
Good points, man. He really made me look stupid. Gifton, go ahead.
Yeah, because you don't want to take that. You don't want to take
more, bro.
You don't want to take this shit.
Is this
anyways?
I said yeah. I agree with them, but I'm also saying that I believe he has a new year to bring himself back up.
Okay, cool. So what was the question?
Is it the Browns' incompetence? You blame this more on the Browns' incompetence or the leadership of Baker Mayfield?
I'm gonna go with the leadership of Baker Mayfield because they got rid of the coach first before Baker. And then they got they got rid of multiple coaches for Baker. And
okay,
now
that's another one.
Now it's like, all right, here's your third coach, Baker. You gotta make it work. What happened? Yeah. He's fucking hurt.
He's still trying to right now, though.
Fred Kitchens.
Hugh
Jackson, Fred Kitchens, and then whoever this dude is.
Right, I'm a dummy.
Stefanski. Mm-hmm. All right, dog. We gave you 2 new coaches. You still ain't making it work. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, hold up. The third time's a charm. They both bring up good ass points, and that's where I'm coming from, man. I'm still a believer in Baker. I'm not gonna go back on it.
You can believe,
dog. You just came out there fucking racist, saying we was crazy.
Can I say just one thing? I just want to say one thing.
That's wild.
No, first of all, the claims that
you said we were crazy for saying
because
that.
The claims that you were saying beforehand are dumb.
The claims were correct.
And then after that, I said yes, this one and this one, and Mac Jones. Come the fuck on. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. I already gave my reasons as to why that's not a good one.
Yeah,
I definitely believe in, and this is what I want to bring up. This is the last part, at least for the Browns' incompetence on my part, right? Because I didn't even answer it, but I guess you guys can already imagine what I picked.
They share in this as well, but
the Browns' incompetence. Okay, and I feel that part. Now I have to make an argument whether or not one is overcoming the other. My whole thing about the Browns right now and their incompetence is because through all that Baker has done for them, even though it hasn't been crazy amounts a lot, but going from a 1, 2, 3, even 4-win team, 0-win team, to a winnable team, one that actually has expectations, is definitely something. But when the fans get on you and the organization allows that to happen, I definitely think that is a detriment to the organization and the way that the Browns run their organization as a whole, and it's starting to show things of what it was beforehand. Everybody had that underdog mentality, and now it's kind of becoming back to the same old Browns.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry is a big leader, and he's coming back, so I think that will spark up a lot. But I think I totally agree with both of you guys when it says, stop fucking playing if you're injured. That is a detriment to the team. That's more about you than it is about the team. Yeah. That's stupid. You think you're heroic. Yeah. If you're winning games, stay in. If you're losing games, just take the surgery. Yeah. Get ready for the next year. The next one, the last one here. Packers GM, and we kind of. I'm gonna leave this on to you again here, Steven, because you are Aaron Rodgers lover here. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says he wants to extend wide receiver
Steven
Devontae Adams, not franchise tag him. Excuse me. What will be the move? What will be, because I totally forgot how I produced this question. What will be the move, the signing, or the praise needed to keep Aaron Rodgers still in Green Bay? With all the things you said to him, right? All the stuff that has happened to him,
man,
and your judgment on his actions. Do you think there needs to be a move that keeps him there? A signing, or even certain praise from the front office that needs to be said about Aaron Rodgers for him to stay? Because it's still up in the air right now, and everybody's talking about it. What do you think?
What I think Aaron Rodgers just. I mean, I don't even think he has a specific thing that he wants other than to make the organization kiss his ass. That is really what I think. I think he just wants to make them kiss his ass because he won 2 back-to-back MVPs, and they went and drafted some young-ass quarterback who still ain't playing. And, I mean, he's just using that to his advantage. Like, so who cares if I lost in the playoffs? I got 2 MVPs.
Ooh. 2 MVPs.
Sounds like a selfish guy to me.
I get that he has something to say. Go ahead and say it.
Dog, if you don't extend Devontae Adams, I don't know what's gonna happen to the future of Green Bay here. Because aside from Aaron Rodgers, that's the
Valdez Scantling.
That's
who's he? No disrespect, but like, who's he?
Man, you guys are so disrespectful.
Who is he?
He's not a number 1, bro.
He's not no number 1. Nobody said he's a number 1.
Okay, hold on. But aside from Aaron Rodgers, if Aaron Rodgers retires, fine, I can live with that. But if Devontae Graham wants out,
Devontae
Adams.
He's an NBA.
Fuck, my bad, y'all. I've been drinking. If Devontae Adams wants out, bro,
yeah, that's a problem.
What now? We're supposed to rely on... Is Alan Lazard still playing over there?
Hella late.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Time out.
That's...
So...
We're supposed to rely on Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb?
You mentioned washed up Randall Cobb. The other 2 receivers are actually very speedy. They drop some passes every once in a while. And I think a big thing that Aaron Rodgers needs is a good tight end. And he shows beforehand... Huh? Towning was hurt. But that's a big point in Aaron Rodgers. He's a safety blanket, right? Everybody's talking about how he's taking all these selfish throws, and he doesn't want. He's really big on his QBR, so on and so forth. So for me, man, I think it's weird, right? Aaron Rodgers, he's on this new thing, new realm. He went on this ski trip. He got divorced or stopped the
didn't even get married
type thing. Yeah.
I was like,
so overall. For me, I just think like I said,
new hair and everything a year ago.
Think about it. If you're Aaron Rodgers and the situation isn't getting better, if you have a girlfriend and the situation is so stagnant, you keep on reaching the same type of height. Damn, bro, and you're not like getting over the hump. She's not that special, but she gets you just through the day. You're gonna get bored of that day one day. And then you're just going to look around and be like, how did I get here? I think that's what happened with him. He just needs to be on the move. He needs to go somewhere else. He needs to revitalize his energy. He's been in the same spot. It's not him. You think Green Bay fits anybody?
It's not him?
It ain't him. He's never in Green Bay. I mean, other than to play and to live and stuff. But he wants to be in LA. He wants to do a lot of different things. I don't say that he goes to LA, but I'm saying he wants to go to a bigger market. Now, for him, I definitely think that all these things can happen. But fuck, dude, you're just not going to be happy. You're just going to be doing the same damn shit that you've been doing every single year. Now, if you go to a new spot, you already took that sacrifice. You already took that extra length. You already extended yourself out there. So I think that will start to be an example in his play. He'll start to shoot it out to different receivers and try to do different strategies. Ultimately, though, what can you do here anymore? You can't just What can you do better than be the MVP?
Right.
What can you do better than what you have on defense and offense? You have a number one receiver. You have a number one running back. You have a good, powerful secondary running back. You have a good line.
They have the total run game, all that.
Man, you know what's crazy? You know how Aaron Rodgers feels though?
And what's that?
Laughing at the organization. Because the organization is in his hands.
Pretty much.
That's true.
The organization is in his hands, bro.
That's what makes this shit sick.
He can leave, he can stay, but no matter what happens, if we lose Aaron Rodgers, we're fucking done. The ship is sinked. What's up, bro? Stop copying me. That's my shit.
I like it.
Take some notes. But anyway, if he's out, bro, we're supposed to rely on
Jordan Love.
I like.
Who is it? I don't want to say I like Jordan Love. I don't really know Jordan Love.
He just needs to get a chance.
I'm gonna stay on it.
He hasn't done anything.
But yeah, I mean, it's a lot that goes into the Aaron Rodgers stuff. Yeah. I ultimately put yourself in his shoes. You're doing the same thing every year.
You know what I'm doing?
Fucking leave, nigga.
And he's holding it.
He's laughing. He's in prime position. No matter what, I can burn that bitch or build that bitch up.
I'm the most valuable player in the league. I don't give a damn about no rings. I got all these trophies. Individual.
No, bro, but even look at us right now. Look at us right now. We're not even talking about how bad he fucking lost. We're talking about, hey, he still has all the power. Because he fucking does. It is sick. Get this nigga out of Green Bay. Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
Steven, this is why we have him.
Hey, what? Hey, alright. I like this guy, man. Welcome to the U, Steven. And that's the episode for episode 64.
64.
If you like this episode, go ahead and shout out the like button. Bust down those comments. And remember, support you.
Y'all have a good night, everybody, and thank you for your support once again. Always more applause to Steven. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Welcome to the U, Steven!
Moving on.
See y'all later.